All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark with Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. We are here with Old Glory Gen 4 series. It's Bristol, baby. And in the booth with me tonight is Mr. Grant Turner.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, Grant?
Doing all right.
All right. Well, this is a replay of Tuesday night's race. So I like to consider that a special presentation here with Old Glory Gen 4 series and Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. So we are in the middle of qualifying. Now, tonight's going to be a 200 lap race. Now, with them only running about 50% fuel, do you have any idea, ballpark, what the laps on a tank would be?
Unfortunately, no, I was not able to get any fuel data for them.
All right. Well, they are running on 50% fuel. And we've got 4 sets of tires, 4 extra sets, and 1 fast repair. Now, Bristol's always an exciting race. I like personally, I like the banking of Bristol.
Yeah, the banking here is quite high, but it sometimes can help out with the speeds that they can achieve.
Very
We
true.
are in the midst of qualifying now. Hard to say who's going to be starting where just yet.
Well, the beautiful thing about being a replay, I can tell you where it's starting. So we're going to go ahead and do this early. Actually, Mark Kincaid is going to start in first. Damon Nagel in second. Curtis Ecker in third. Balin Powell in fourth. Lyle Mitchell in fifth. Joel Munchell in sixth. Larry Cantorish Jr. in seventh. Christopher Nice in eighth. And Brianna Laurent in ninth.
Now, Gen 4 here. I actually just had a league race here not even a week ago.
In Gen
in
4?
The Gen 4.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
And I won it.
Really? Congratulations.
So, too bad it was a clash, so no point. But it was still fun to do. Their strategy today is going to be having to maintain their right front tire. Otherwise, they will get very tight on exit and hit that outside wall.
Ooh, that is not a good thing.
Another factor for them is also when they get back on throttle. Because getting back on throttle can actually cause more problems.
All right, now we are getting into gridding. These guys should be popping in anytime now.
Gives us a little bit of time to look at paint schemes.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to start with Mr. Mark Kincaid. He is running the 54, number 54, primary arms.
Primary arms Chevy.
They're all Chevy.
Technically, yes. But I know a few people who will have sponsored vehicles being different. For instance, the 5 of Lyle Mitchell is a Trans Am.
Which is technically still a Chevy. Don't get into semantics with me, sir. Curtis Ecker running the Pennzoil and Nilla Wafers, number 19. Balin Powell in the Red River Soft Wash and BEK Construction, LLC, number 11. Lyle Mitchell, as he said, the Trans Am, number 5. Joel Munchell in the unmarked number 69. I do like the cubist scheme going on, but he has got, no big sponsors on there. Uh-oh. And just like the Bandit, looks like number 5 Trans Am kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Larry Cantorish Jr. in the Flowers Wildlife Control number 12. Christopher Nice. Blueberry Bulldogs.
Is that what that says?
Yeah, Blueberry Bulldogs Never Lose Again, number 77. And Brianna Laurent in the Best Buy Geek Squad, number 6. So these guys are in the midst of their formation and gridding lap. They've already gridded in. Now they are
pacing around.
I am still trying to figure out this Trevor number 86. I do see LGBTQ on the front, but I'm not sure because there's something in front of it.
Yeah, Trevor is I believe it's a company that does support LGBTQ plus.
Okay, good.
Usually you say their liveries with a lot of rainbow.
Well, and
having the flag on it.
But you know Damon Nagel is a very understated kind of guy. So you see the rainbow flag on the side. Mm-hmm. All right, so the pace car is off. We are about ready to go green flag racing here. All right, the green flag is out. Now, if you look, Mark Kincaid got a heck of a jump on that start with Curtis Becker in second. Damon Nagel falling back to third, but not giving it up yet. They are battling it out. Now, Nagel actually went ahead and took that. Now, he is coming up again on Kincaid. Balin Powell in fourth, but it looks like he's trying to get the drive around on Ecker. See, the last race I did with these guys, the bottom lane was the primary lane, but, you know, Bristol is built differently.
Yeah. It appears we don't have a ticker up for positions.
My fault. Sorry, there we are. I do have access to ticker and power.
Okay. Looks like the 5 of Lyle Mitchell is trying to get past the 19 of Curtis Ecker now.
Yeah, but that bottom lane just doesn't seem to be as dominant here in Bristol as it was in Talladega the other night.
Yes. I will say, though, this is still early in the run. Some of them may be trying to save their tires. I'm trying to remember back to my league race to get us an idea on the fuel numbers here. I believe we ran 65% fuel in our race, and we were able to do 80 laps or so.
Okay, so let's say we cut it down to...
So if I had to guess, maybe 60.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. About 60 laps to a tank. But the thing in Bristol, that right front tire, like you said, you know, those tires aren't going to last that long.
Correct.
Unless they just run them bald and pray. Which, you know, is always a possibility.
And when that happens, they get so worn down, you got to be careful. Because that right front tire helps you with momentum around the track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially because of the bank, you're going to get most of that weight on that right front.
Yes. And because of that, you'll see, as I just saw an incident in the back, looks like no yellow for it. In between... my stuff's going a little weird here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that is why That is why I was confused. Half of my information here is actually somehow already launched to the end of the session. So I'm going to have to close down that program so I don't get spoiled of what the race is going to be like at the end here.
But if you notice, if you look, Balin Powell and Damon Nagel are actually having a pretty fierce battle. It's been back-to-back. Like, Nagel passes Powell. Powell passes Nagel again. Now, Nagel is in third with Curtis Ecker right on his rear end. But it looks like he is just waiting and biding his time for the right chance, I believe.
I believe so, too.
Uh-oh. Looks like Kincaid is actually coming up on Christopher Nice and passing him. So we've got our first car a lap down already. Now we are 17 laps in out of 200 here in Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, the last Gen 4 race I watched with these guys, except for just a couple of incidents, man, it was clean and green almost the entire time.
Good to see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, these guys, like I was saying the other night, these guys know how to race. These guys have been racing together for a long time.
Now, one of the cars, we did see the 77 getting lapped. He was one of the cars I just saw had an incident with, would be Brianna.
Oh, the number 6?
Who we had an incident with.
Yeah, you see a little bit of damage on his passenger on his right side. But Nagel has actually went down to fourth with Balin Powell and Curtis Ecker passing him to get behind Kincaid. And now he has got Joel Munchel on his rear end. Looking for the right chance to pass. And we've got a little bit of gap. We've got about a 1.75 second gap between Joel Munchel and Lyle Mitchell, 5th and 6th spot. But then you got Cantoris right in Mitchell's rearview mirror. And then Brianna is about 10 seconds back. And actually Cantoris went ahead and just passed Lyle Mitchell, taking over the 6th spot. Man, it is hard to believe we are already 26 laps in out of 200 here in Bristol. You know, these guys are putting on a show, but they're not pulling any punches on it. They're just like, all right, let's go. 200 laps,
correct.
We got
this. This is a track where you just run your race and the laps will just wind on by. Sorry, I had to step away for a moment there.
You're all right. I am nonstop talking, just like always.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I just watched Brianna hit the outside wall out of turn 4.
Uh-oh.
I see a battle for P6 right now between Lyle Mitchell and Joel Munchel.
It's J Munch, sir. Little pet name I got for Joel is J Munch.
Okay.
Hey, he gave me express permission.
Here comes the leader.
Is he? Oh, and Munchel actually smacked the side a little bit and lost momentum, so he got passed by Kincaid and Balin Powell. And Balin Powell is definitely utilizing that chrome horn on Kincaid. He is getting up right into his rearview mirror and waving hello.
Yep, he's trying to we're getting to the part of the run now where tire wear is going to be the true factor in how fast they can keep going.
Oh, yeah. But right now, you see that, well, it looks like Kincaid is running about 130 miles an hour. At least.
Ooh, and Balin Powell just had to check up a lot for Brianna out of turn 2 there. Lost a bit of ground to Mark Kincaid. See if he can gain that back up.
That's the only downside to having lap down cars.
They can sometimes be in your lane.
Yep.
Catch them at just the wrong time.
Exactly.
It happens. It happens everywhere, every series.
Like, you got the strategy, and you come up, and here's a lap down car. Bam! Now you can't be in the lane you want to be in because they're there.
Yep. Now sometimes one thing that's a benefit to iRacing versus real life, though in real life you could try to get it too. You can come over onto the radio chat and tell the person where you're going to be, or ask where the leader wants you. Oh,
okay. Okay. Very convenient.
Yep, I've experienced that. It's like if I'm catching a lapper, and they ask me where they want to pass me, I would, in the case of my league race, I would tell them to stay on the high line, because I was purely using the middle to low line.
And these guys seem to be varying quite a bit. Like, you can see Kincaid coming up to the high line, and then once he goes into that turn, he is utilizing the low.
Yes. Now, we do have our first taker coming down pit road, but I believe Lyle Mitchell might be coming down for damage. He is indeed coming down for damage, it looks like.
Yeah, he is. He went ahead and utilized that fast repair, I see.
Yep. You want me to go back and see?
No. No, okay. Just from the look of it, it looks like he might have just scraped that wall. You know, pretty hard in it, but still scraped the wall.
Yeah. Now, we do want to... Oh, Christopher Nyson. Now, the true factor is going to be now of those fresh tires versus these old tires. Note, the leader right now... The leaders are doing about 16 seconds or so. Yeah. As Lyle Mitchell is coming back down pit road. Did he get an unsafe pit exit?
He might have. Yeah. I've noticed that here in Bristol, that's actually pretty easy because of the exit of pit road. But it looks like Kincaid is still just chugging along with Balin Powell in second, Curtis Ecker in third, Ken Torres in fourth, Damon Nagel in fifth, Joel Munchell in sixth, Brianna Laurent in seventh, Lyle Mitchell in eighth. Oh, it looks like, dang, did you see that? Looks like
yes,
Damon,
I did.
Yeah, that was a close
Damon Nagel's got some heavy left front damage now.
Now, did he actually contact? Because I don't see anything on Lyle Mitchell.
I think he just got loose being up 3 wide. I don't know.
Man, and we only have the top 3 are the only ones on the lead lap at the moment. And we're only 49 laps in. We're right at a quarter of the way through this race. And we have already got Mark Kincaid, Balin Powell, and Curtis Ecker on your lead lap. I'm going to go ahead and drop the ticker, pull up my tower. Yeah. Larry Cantoris is 1 lap down. Nagel is currently in the pit.
Look at Lyle Mitchell right now. Look at the speed he's pulling on some of these guys. As we see Balin Powell in. So I believe 50 laps is the call
and
on fuel.
And Kincaid, Balin, Curtis Ecker, Damon Nagel, everybody's in right now. Well, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Cantoris is going to
leave
stay
Larry out there right now. See if Larry can lead a lap with this. He is in the lead now, and I believe he will lead a lap.
All right, so Ryman66R said, does this series run every Friday? Now, Ryman, they race on Tuesdays. I run the replays on Friday. So it's broadcasted on Friday.
I see an incident.
All right, what you got? Brianna Laurent?
Brianna. Right, yeah, Brianna.
Pull that
is
up.
Just sitting on pit exit.
All right, go ahead and pull that up. We're going to go side by side.
And I will back it up to show you what I saw. So it looks like she was just trying to come in. Oh, and hits the sand barrels.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Backs it up, and when I saw her sitting there, that was her shifting back into first to get down pit road.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Oh, and that's heavy damage.
Well, luckily, I don't know if she's used her fast repair yet, so she might have time.
See here. Very slow coming to her bit box. And she... Okay. She was trying to find reverse. But yes, does use a fast repair.
All right. Now, we are coming back to Ryman. Ryman, if you're interested in racing, you can reach out to the Old Glory Racing League. Talk for Mark or Hank Kincaid. Same guy. And if you want to watch it, well, then you know where we are. Every Friday night here on Southern Broadcast Gaming Network, we will be broadcasting every Gen 4 race unless they have some other idea for me that night.
Now, Larry is still in the lead here, but he's about a second and a half away from losing it. He's pulling out 7...
All right, so we
apologize.
Are back. My apologies, guys, for that. Now, we are on lap 62 of 200. And if you look there, you got Kincaid passing Christopher Nice again, putting him another lap down, unfortunately. Oh, I like that. If you look at Christopher Nice's paint scheme, the Bulldog has a hockey stick. So that is a hockey team. That's awesome. Have you ever played hockey, Grant?
No, I never did.
Got back to the house front.
Yeah, I've only played street hockey on rollerblades, but never on the ice. Unfortunately, I grew up in the South. But we're already 67 laps in out of 200. Now, we got Kincaid in first, Balin Powell in second, Curtis Ecker still in third, Larry Cantoris in fourth, Joel Munchel in fifth, Lyle Mitchell in sixth, Damon Nagel in seventh, Christopher Nice in eighth, and Brianna Laurent in ninth. Everybody's still out on the track, still giving it all they got. And looks like Damon Nagel just passed Lyle Mitchell for 6th position here. But unfortunately, if you look, you got Kincaid coming up on Joel Munchel again. And is that... I'm trying to see who else he was about to pass. Oh, it looks like he might... Oh, and we are under a caution. Now, it says Lyle Mitchell crashed. Can you pull that back up for us, Grant?
Yes, I can.
Now, I got a question, Grant. Is that a police scanner in your background, sir? Are you secretly Batman?
No, I'm on the phone. I apologize about that. But it just looks like Lyle Mitchell here just scraped up against the outside wall out of 4 and then just lost control of his car into turn 1.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not too bad of a deal. But these guys look like they are utilizing that caution to go ahead and take a much-needed pit stop. Now, it looks like, and Balin Powell Balin Powell won the race off of pit road, putting him in that first position, followed by Curtis Ecker in second, Kincaid in third. Cantoris is currently in pits. Damon Nagel is out running a few laps.
It appears that the side-by-side from me is being laggy again, and I don't know why.
How many tabs do you have open today, sir?
3.
Oh, never mind. Shouldn't be that.
Oh, you know what? I just closed one of them in the middle of me saying it, and it seems to have cleared up. Like, it was 4, now it is 3. It's an interesting development if Facebook was the reason why.
Oh, no, I can see that being the reason why, sir. It's Facebook.
Now, I am looking here, and it does look like we do have single file restart.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't make it any fun at all. All right, looks like we are back green flag racing. We got Balin Powell in first, Curtis Ecker in second, Mark Kincaid in third, Larry Cantoris Jr. in fourth, Mr. Damon Nagel in fifth, Joel Munchel in sixth, Christopher Nice in seventh, Lyle Mitchell in eighth, and he is actually heading down pit road, and Brianna Laurent in ninth. But it looks like Kincaid is not giving up that easily. He said, give me my spot back, sir. And He is coming up on him, utilizing that bottom lane to try to go ahead and get the pass in. And Curtis Ecker is only, 0.6 of a second behind Kincaid. So he has got eyes on that car. So it looks like Kincaid's whole strategy is he's utilizing the top lane to gain speed and then shooting down that bottom lane to cut distance out of the track link. And he's trying to get the first spot back with that strategy. Now, is that a good strategy here, Grant?
It can be. It all dependent on how things go. It is using up your tire depending on what lane you're in.
Yeah, because if you look, last lap on Balin Powell was 15:47, 15:50 for Kincaid. So Kincaid's still going a little bit slower, but he is maintaining his position decently well. Curtis Ecker's last lap was 15:44. So just a little bit slower than Kincaid, but the lap before that was actually like 15:22. I'm going to go ahead and check the exciting on SDK. And it is going to be the number 11 of Balin Powell and the number 54 of Mark Kincaid. Their little battle is deemed the most exciting thing at the moment. 87 laps in out of 200 here in Bristol. Like you said, when they get in the groove of it, Grant, they just go and the laps tick by like you wouldn't believe.
Correct.
This is a good race so far. Literally one incident out of the entire race. And it wasn't even an incident between two cars. It was an incident of one car, unfortunately, smacking that wall and getting so much damage it had to call a caution.
Yes, it was more on the speed he was at. As did you just see the leaders pass someone?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making sure I'm back in sync here.
We are on lap 90 of 200, sir.
Yep. I didn't want to accidentally call something out early that you didn't see yet.
Not a problem.
I am seeing that Christopher Nice actually had a very long pit stop, and Lyle Mitchell's in the pits for a while, too.
Yeah, if you look, he's got more damage there on the side of his car. He looks to be getting it repaired as we speak.
Now, Balin Powell and Mike Kincaid are really pushing hard over here. But I have a theory that they may be pushing their tires a good bit.
Well, and they might be, but, with that caution about 20 laps ago, they just pitted. So if I pull up my pit strategy, let me see here. Yeah, Powell, Kincaid, and Ecker all pitted at lap 72. Now, Nagel in fourth place, he actually pitted at 59.
Yes. He was on such fresh tires, he did not believe to come in during that yellow, which can be a strategy later in the run if there's more yellows down the line.
Now, if you look, this is actually a pretty spread out field. The last race I did with the Gen 4s, they were packed tightly almost the entire race. But here,
you said they were at what? Talladega?
Talladega.
Yeah, that's one of the factors of Talladega, obviously, is being in the draft. still see Mark Kincaid trying to get to the inside of Balin Powell right now. They're just leaving Curtis Ecker in the dust right now with a 5-second gap back there to him. But I have a suspicion that he may be able to come back later in this run when tire wear becomes a true factor.
Oh, yeah, we are already 101 laps in. Watching Balin Powell, you know, he is still in that lead, but he has got Kincaid about 0.3 of a second and gaining. Now, Ecker in third spot. Now, he is about 7.3, 7.4 seconds back. And it looks like they went ahead and passed Christopher Nice again.
Yeah, some of these drivers are probably just doing damage limitation at this point. Oh my gosh, I just watched Balin Powell almost scrape up against the wall.
Well, it's dangerous. You know, they're utilizing that bottom lane the majority of the time, and like I said, you had a lap down car in that bottom lane. So he had to hit the top lane. Now, look, Kincaid, he is door to door with him. And falling back. Now, we've got 4 viewers on the stream.
He can get down there. He can get down there on that inside. Going into the corners, but he doesn't have the momentum the outside does.
Oh, and he's scraping that wall bad. Balin Powell has taken that wall. He lost a lot of momentum, putting Kincaid up in that first spot, launching him really, because he has already got
a lot.
Yeah,
you lose a lot of speed.
Yeah, he is already up about a second over Powell because of that wall scrape. You know, that reminds me of a funny story. You know, I called the helpline the other day, and I said, "Hi, is this the helpline for alcoholics?" And they said, "Yes, it is." I said, "Well, how do you make a mojito?" And you know, they hung up on me. Man, I was just simple instructions. But here we are, well over halfway into the race, 109 laps. Now, Kincaid has been pretty dominant for a good bit of the race. You know, Balin Powell is definitely holding his own again. You've got Curtis Ecker in third, Larry Cantoris in fourth, Damon Nagel in fifth, Joel Munchel in sixth, Brianna Laurent in seventh, Christopher Nice in eighth, and Lyle Mitchell in ninth. Now, it looks like Lyle might be out of the race.
It does appear that way.
I am showing him out on the tower. Maybe Lyle had just too much damage and wasn't able to get it repaired in time. Now, it looks like Kincaid is about to pass Damon Nagel, putting him another lap down. Now, we have, again, only have the top 3 cars on that lead lap right now.
And this is just purely Bristol doing its thing with long green flag runs.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, these guys, they're already 115 laps in, and they've had 1 caution the entire night. Like, these guys are running Bristol like professional. You know, Bristol can go one of 2 ways. You know, it could be either long green flag runs or a wreck fest. And, you know, these guys are definitely picking choice A tonight.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it could be that kind of race in the same race. Could have it be completely caution-free for a good majority, and then you come to like the last 20 laps, and it's just like, here's like 8 cautions.
Yeah, and that's how they were in Talladega. You know,
Really?
they had one caution a little earlier on in the race, but then right about, I say about lap 20 laps to go is when they started. It was as Mark Kincaid called it, a slugfest. And we actually had to go down to a green and white checkered attempt because there was a wreck right before, I say about halfway through the third lap to go. So right before the white flag came out.
Well, don't look now, Curtis. It looks like the leader's coming up right behind you. Now, Curtis is probably going to battle hard trying to stay on the lead lap here.
And I would if I were him. You know, I definitely would. Now, he is only 16 seconds back, but you got to think that the last lap was 16.3. So,
Now, with the Balin Powell is actually starting to catch up to Mark Kincaid because of Curtis right in front of him. But they are coming up close to, I believe, when we would actually see them come back down pit road.
well, yeah, you know, they did pit at lap 73. So, yeah, they have about 53 laps, 52. No, 72. So, 53 laps up from where they were the last time. But maybe they're trying to stretch it out to run one more pit cycle instead of breaking it up into two.
Very possible, but do they have enough fuel to do it?
Well, the only way, unfortunately, to tell is to watch and see. But you did say that 60 laps, roughly 60 laps to a tank.
Yeah. Now, because of how small the track is, the amount you lift off could actually save you like 4 laps.
You know, and
Because I remember showing on my calculators, like, in between qualifying, which is, of course, when you're going all out, versus what my average was, there was like a difference of like 12 laps.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So there's definitely margin for error there.
Yes. Case in point, Damon Nagel has been out there for 65 laps now. And am I seeing that right? That he's come down pit road.
Oh, yeah. Damon Nagel, Ken Forrest has also come down pit road. And he's only been out 54 laps. But Kincaid, Powell are both 58. Ecker's only at 57, along with Munchell.
So maybe 65 is the limit. And if that is the case, then they're going to have to save some fuel here.
Well, and you know, Mark Kincaid looks to be saving fuel because he's actually in the draft of Curtis Ecker. Yeah, and he might be utilizing that to get a few more laps. Oh, looks like the 86 of Damon Nagel just passed. At least getting one of his laps back. But look at Kincaid. He is trying to get the pass on Ecker. Currently
Balin Powell is in the pits.
Oh, yeah. Curtis Ecker is now. Balin Powell. Christopher Nice. Brianna Laurent. You know,
Balin may be trying to do what is known as the undercut. pit before, use the fresh tires to gain time back.
Yeah,
We'll have to
he
wait
might
and
be
see
doing
once
that.
Mark Kincaid comes down. Watching here, just saw Balin Powell go around the outside of Mark Kincaid.
He is still a lap down.
That is true, but for the fact of saving fuel, as I think I'm seeing Mark Kincaid come down pit road.
He is. Yeah, he is down pit road. Now, that is leaving Powell to lead some laps, but he has still got a 30-second gap on Kincaid. So, depending on how long down pit road he is, Kincaid might not even lose that first position.
And there'll be about, I believe, a 6-lap difference on these tires. Balin Powell has gotten around Mark Kincaid in these pit stop sequences. With almost a 3-second gap. I believe your tower has appeared again.
My apologies.
Balin Powell is in the lead here. Mark Kincaid is in second. Got about a 2.5-second gap back there to him. But we are still early in these tire runs. We're coming up close to almost 50 laps to go.
Oh, yeah, and Balin Powell was able to, he took that first spot over Kincaid, but Kincaid is definitely up on him. Now, they've only got about 2.1 second gap in between the two of them.
As I just saw that Mark Kincaid just put in a purple lap time last time by. Doing a 14.9.
Oh, dang.
So he is pushing to catch up to Balin Powell. Now the only thing is, does Balin Powell have enough fuel? He did pit a little early. Pit on lap 132.
I don't think he's got enough fuel to run the entire race. But then again, so let me see.
Mark Kincaid pit with about 60 laps to go.
And he'll be pushing. So 138, yeah. So he went with 62 laps to go. And he could be pushing it. But Powell only pitted 6 laps ahead of him.
So Balin may need to save a little bit of fuel.
Unfortunately for him, being out front really isn't fair.
Here it doesn't really affect. But yeah, having a little bit of draft hand, but it's such a minimal draft physics here that being in the draft and being not in the draft, there's no fuel difference. It's how much you're on throttle. Mark Kincaid's almost getting it down to a second here for that gap.
Oh, yeah. Kincaid is running it hard.
Now the only thing is that Mark Kincaid's got to get around Curtis to even have a chance to go for Balin.
Oh, yeah, and Balin's actually looks to be trying to pass Cantoris right now. So, that could put another car in between those two. And he did. So now you've got Curtis Eckert and Larry Cantoris in between Powell and Kincaid. And even now, it's only 0.9 of a second. So he has already passed Cantoris. He is still up on the bumper of Curtis Eckert.
With about 45 laps to go here. It is shaping up that it could be a battle in between just these top two.
Yeah, but Curtis Eckert is doing a good job. Like, he is not relenting at all. And if he passes him, let me see how many laps. Yeah, Ecker's only 1 lap down, so if he passes Powell, he can at least get his lap back.
Yeah, doing it the hard way is going to be difficult.
Hey, you know what? The hard way is better than no way, sir.
Correct. But look right behind him, and Mark Kincaid is right there.
Oh, yeah, Kincaid is definitely there, but it looks like Balin Powell's about to lap Damon Nagel again. So, yeah,
Putting
so now he's got
a 4th lap down.
Yeah, but now he's got Nagel and Eckert. Oh, nope. So it looks like Kincaid passed both of them.
Yeah. Damon was up scraping up against the wall, and Curtis got loose out of turn 2 there that last time by.
And we are literally 38 laps to go here in Bristol. Man, these guys, they are putting on an impressive race tonight. Like, this is one for the books. Like, I'm appreciating this race like a lot.
Yep, it's going to be a close one. We'll have to see what Mark Kincaid's plan is, and if Balin Powell cannot crack under pressure.
Ooh, looks like Cantoris just crashed. I don't believe that's going to bring out. No, that's not going to bring out a caution from what I'm seeing. But it looks like he was trying to go down into pits, and he had smacked the barriers like we saw happen earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys are definitely gunning it hard. Christopher Nice is down in pits now. So our running order, we've got Balin Powell in first. Mark Kincaid. Now he is about 0.6 seconds back. Curtis Eckert in third. Damon Nagel in fourth. Joel Munchel in fifth. Larry Cantoris in sixth. Christopher Nice in seventh. And Brianna Laurent in eighth.
And Lyle Mitchell's car is still, I think it's being loaded into the hauler right now.
Yeah, now once they post out, I'd try not to say that until the end.
Like, that is true. We can't see what happens behind the wall.
Oh, true. He could be having a nice cold Coors Light right now. Man.
You're just making me hungry.
Coors Light is not food, sir.
No, but I haven't had food yet.
Well, come on down to Tallahassee. I got some pizza.
I'm going to have some chicken wings. That or pierogies. I have to decide that.
Wait.
See Balin Powell just going around Brianna.
Yeah, but now I want to know what a pierogi is.
Do you not know what a pierogi is?
Would I say that if I did?
I have to teach you. It's like a... Oh, what's a good way to describe it? Why is the idea that... Think of it like a burrito, but you can pick it up with a fork.
Okay. I mean, you're from up north, dude. I got to teach you what sweet tea is. So it's not real. It's like a trade.
Yeah. I'll teach you after the race.
You know, if you're not drinking diabetes in a cup, you're not drinking Southern style sweet tea. But look at this Kincaid now. He is 0.6 seconds back, but man, he is gunning. He is looking at Balin.
They've been matching identical kind of lap times. The last time was a 15.7 for Balin, and Mark Kincaid put in a 15.8.
Oh, yeah. And Balin's actual last lap time, it just came out, was 15.83.
And Mark's was a 15.79.
Oh.
So yeah, they're just matching identical lap times pretty much.
Yeah, these guys, they're definitely gunning. This is the mark of two veteran drivers just seeing who can hold out the longest. But
Yep,
I still don't,
under 25 to go.
I still don't know if Balin will be able to last that long on his fuel window.
I don't know. Coming up close. Mark Kincaid has now put that gap to 0.4 of a second. Believe we're getting to the factor of the tire wear. Note, Balin Powell, again, has 6 laps older tires than Mark Kincaid. But we still don't know 100% if Balin's got enough fuel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's literally down to the wire, but we've got 20 laps to go, and now he seems to be running really well. And like I said, you know, they've got about a 6-lap difference on pit stop. So if he can hold out for 6 more laps, you know, he might have it. But if he's running in the front and Balin at least catches any of the draft, or no, Mark Kincaid, sorry, catches any of the draft, you know. Oh! Looks like Kincaid just passed Powell.
Yep. Balin Powell scraped up against the wall on the entry of turn 1 and just couldn't get off the wall until pretty much exit of 2.
Yeah, and that just sounds to me like all tires.
Yep. He's trying to hit his marks, trying to stay in front of Mark Kincaid, and just ran out of tire.
Yeah, and Kincaid saw the opening. He's like, "Ooh, a window!" It's like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
You no longer go for the gap. Are you a racing driver anymore?
No, I like going on I like going on a Sunday cruise. You know. Ooh, and looks like Curtis Ecker actually scraped the wall, and Mark Kincaid went ahead and got around him as well.
Yep, putting Curtis a 2nd lap down now.
Ooh, and Balin Powell is actually taken to the pits.
Ooh.
I told you, I just didn't think he had it in him to finish it. Like, he's getting, you can see he's getting tires right now.
Now the question truly is going to be, does Mark have enough fuel?
And I think at 60,
we believe he does.
I think at 60 laps, I do believe he does. I don't think he's going to have to come down.
But another question that's going to come up, how well will he do on those fresh tires?
Well, if you look at him now, he is already 34 seconds back and climbing. Oh, no, Balin Powell is very far back. He's actually a minute back. He looks to be staying in the pits for now. Oh, he's coming out now.
He must have
But he is in
got
third.
some heavy damage.
Yeah, he is in third, and he is back quite a bit.
But this is just going to make it look like a dominating performance from Mark Kincaid right now. For the fact he has 2 laps on second place.
Oh, yeah.
With under 10 to go here. Doing an amazing job. And I'm going to listen in on his onboard really quick just to hear if he is lifting, coasting, or even trying to save fuel.
Yeah, because he is 4 laps up on third position, 6 laps on fourth, 9 laps on fifth. And looks like we've got 2 drivers out of the race right now.
Listening in here to Mark Kincaid's onboard, it literally is just sounding like he's just... It's not like he's lifting to save fuel, but it sounds like he's doing a lift and coast for his tires.
Yeah, and at this point, he has got the time where he can do that, and still, as long as there are no incidents, go ahead and take that win. Now, we've got 4 laps to go here in Bristol. I mean, and he is, I hate to say it, he has got a dominating lead on these guys. You know, I don't like, you know, I don't play favorites in the races. You know, but when somebody...
So we're going to give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. When somebody's that far ahead, like, that's credit.
Yep. Doing an amazing job. Coming up to 2 laps to go.
And, you know, even though they're doing that, these guys are not backing down. They're still racing it with all they got.
Yep. Now with the final lap.
Oh, yeah. White flag is out. Kincaid is in the lead. Curtis Ecker in second. Phelan Powell in third. I'm going to keep an eye still on Kincaid to watch him pass that checkered flag like he just did. So Kincaid is definitely our pole winner for this evening.
But that was an amazing performance from him.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead.
Wouldn't be surprised if I see some good burnouts today.
I'm waiting to see him. He's still racing. He's like, is it over?
Yeah, he's still going around. Now he's coming. Yeah, now he's coming to a stop at the start-finish line.
He's like, I ran for 3 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Look, it looks like he's signing his name.
Oh, yes. He's going to be able to keep that burnout going. See if he can do it.
Oh, he is Tokyo drifting that car, bro.
I love from my camera shot here, I'm just seeing his rev limiter just going crazy. Oh, almost hitting the wall.
Well, our race results are Mark Kincaid taking the win tonight. Curtis Ecker in second. Now, these guys all put on a dang good race. Dang good race. Balin Powell in third. Joel Munchell in fourth. Larry Cantoris in fifth. Damon Nagel in sixth. Brianna Laurent in seventh. Christopher Nice in eighth. And Lyle Mitchell in ninth. You know, that was a heck of a race for Bristol. Like, the fact that there was one incident the entire race. Man, you know, that definitely kind of puts me catches me off guard there.
A little bit. But that's just how some races can go. I remember once a year ago, actually, I did like some races where there was never a yellow. Even at some difficult tracks like Richmond or even Martinsville, of all places.
And I'll tell you what, even though this is a replay, I'm tempted to bring Mark Kincaid down up to the broadcast booth.
It is tempting, but I believe they are dealing with their own league race at the moment. So it would probably not be a good idea to do that.
Well, he was just in general by himself. Hey, give me 1 second, okay?
All right.
Hey, Kincaid, you busy?
No, not really. Wow, what's up?
Would you like to come to the booth? We just finished your race, man. That was a hell of a race.
Yeah, I'll talk to you for a minute.
Cool, I'll bring you
I
down.
don't really remember much about it, but if you try to jog my memory, I'll try.
Give shout-outs, bro. I don't care. You were up 2 laps from the nearest placer. All right, so he is actually done. We're going to bring him up to the broadcast booth. Mark Kincaid, this is Grant and Mark in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Man, we had just got done watching your Bristol race, and I mean, I hate to say it, you dominated, bro. Like you were up. You were the only car on the lead lap, up 2 laps from second place, and it was literally like a domino effect. 2, 4, 6, 9, 12.
Yeah, had a good strategy and made it to the end. Balin was running me a pretty good race there, and he ran out of fuel, and I still had plenty left to finish. But yeah, as humble as I could say it, Bristol is my favorite track. Gen 4 is my favorite car, so I had pretty high hopes going into that one.
Oh yeah, so that's a win-win-win situation right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, being on the top, being on the pole, you got all the shout outs you want to give tonight. You got anybody in mind for us?
Yeah, man. First of all, shout out for y'all doing the broadcast. That's cool. And Old Glory Racing League in general. Check us out. Come run with us. Good group of guys here. Shout out to White Line, RPM, the teams I race with. Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming up and talking to us. I know you're running another league tonight, but it's still good to talk to the winner. You did a great job in this race, man. We loved broadcasting it. We had fun talking about it. So.
Oh yeah, it's a blast to run Bristol on the bottom like you should run it.
And that's exactly we were discussing that. We're like that bottom lane that's where it's at,
Oh yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we will let you get back up, man. I just wanted to say thank you for coming up, man, and congratulations on the win. Like that was a nice win.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Grant, you got anything for him?
Nope, you were going to bring up. You brought up the bottom lane, and I was going to bring that up myself.
All right. Well, Mark Kincaid, man, you have a great night, dude. Enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you again next time we race, bro.
All righty, y'all take it easy.
All right. All right. Well, I am Mark, and we got Grant Turner in the booth with us. With Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Now we are broadcasting the Old Glory Gen 4 series. Last race was Talladega. This race is Bristol. I just want to say thank you for everybody for coming out. Grant, thank you for coming in the booth with me, man. It's always a pleasure to commentate with you.
Always happy to do it.
If I ever talk too much, just slap me in the back of the head.
Will do.
But all right,
I'll make sure I do it with I'll do it with a pillow so it doesn't hurt.
You can do it with a 2x4, dude. I'm good. I want to thank everybody for coming out, man. Y'all have a great weekend. God bless you, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. And, it's always a pleasure to broadcast and have you guys watch our streams and, come back with us and, just enjoy it. That we enjoy doing it. These guys enjoy racing. I want y'all to enjoy watching it. So y'all have a great weekend. God bless everybody. Grant, you got anything?
Stay safe out there. No matter if it's day or night, have a good day. Spend every day as to the fullest and stay safe out there.
I mean, I can go one up on you and quote Ryan Reynolds. Don't have a good day. Have a great day.